Hello. Thanks for reminding me. Hi, Marte. Let's pop out the chat. And let's do the same for this chat. So now I have my chats. Should be fine. This one can go here. Just setting everything up. Yeah, I always mute myself when I open up some things in the end. I should probably remind myself to unmute myself as well. Okay. Okay, just getting everything ready. So sorry, that's a bit more messy than normally, but yeah. It's been a long day and I need to set everything up. I can cancel this. Let me just pull up my monitors here so that I know that everything is okay. Like that. Hey Smap, welcome. As you might have noticed, I made some of the regulars VIP. I think that means that you can now also use my emotes without having to subscribe. So figured it's the least I could do. Let me get myself a drink. So it should be colon NKCSS, and then there's 2. If you have any recommendations for more emojis, let me know. Okay. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's fine. Whew, I had a really tough one yesterday with the with day 11. Still need to finish that. The biggest thing that I didn't wrap my head around was like, how can I predict what the future will hold when the issue is probably just don't do so much of the actual work. And I looked up a lot and it didn't really click until I was like, okay, it doesn't really matter that you can predict, you just need to make sure that you don't have to do the same work over and over again and just be faster with that. So that is where our memorization comes in. So let's just knock that out so that we can focus on day 12. Let's see. Because basically you need to make sure that it just gets more efficient. So you need a dictionary of, let's see, Smap says, yes, when you rate it, I remember someone in chat piping up with that. Yeah. So we have string value, int iteration, and then there's an int cache is boom. So now we need to have like a long count string value int iteration int max. So if iteration equals max, return 1. That's the final one. Now we do long results. No. If cache try get value, so we can probably do var key equals value iteration, key out long result, return result. Did I make it an int? Let's make these longs. We can do for each bar val in process value result plus equals count val iteration plus 1. This, yeah. If iteration equals max, return 1. Because it can do more there. Now we do cache.add key result, return result. So I think this is the thing that you would need. So you would do p1 equals count. No, you need to do parse.sum count x0 p1 repeat count. That, and the same for part 2. So let's see. So that works for part 1, but not for part 2. That works. Yeah. Wait. Haha. So I have to clear it there because just yoink this. So this works, but let's see. Nineberry, hello. The issue is that it won't. Let me see. Because it will be in the cache already. And then it will be too large because it will have to go back. So counterintuitive to do it backwards, but otherwise you run into the issue that it won't be able to that you won't be able to reuse it. Yeah, stuff gives me a headache. Let's just do, actually I haven't even submitted it yet. Not the right answer, the answer is too low. If you're stuck, did I do something wrong here? Let me see, 11. What did I get here? Ah, it's the same answer. Oh, I had the test. Never mind. Never mind, I was still running the test. Now I need to do it all over again, which is fine. Still need to change this to false. So part 1, is that still correct? Yes, okay. So let's see. Can I even submit now? Ooh, that's a lot bigger. So yeah, also in Nightmare I made everybody VIP, so I'm just glad I got it over with. So everybody can use NKCSS, like this one and this one. That's back from a few years ago when Fall Guys was a thing, and I used to play actually Fall Guys with some people in chat, so that was fun. Let's see. Rollers. Oh, that one didn't work. Okay. Did he deleted it? Says I need to subscribe. But don't VIP get emojis? I thought it used to work like that. Okay, my bad. I thought I thought I could give everybody emojis like that. Okay, yeah, then never mind. My apologies. I thought it used to work like that. That like the VIP was like a free, like giving everything that a subscriber usually gets without having to actually subscribe. That's why they're limited and you can only set a few VIPs. But I guess they changed that. So my bad. But let's look at some code. Look, what did he say? Fits nicely on one screen. Let's see. I like the big emoji thing. Let's see. We split by white space. Doesn't this give an issue with the new line thing? Because I think I had to actually put in a split there. Oh, I probably should put the answer here as well in the test. Yeah, I had to trim my input, but maybe he did saved it by hand. I automatically download it from the site, and then there's definitely a white of a new line in there. Should probably tell Luke that I'm live. He wanted to check out. Let's see. Let's app Luke. There. Let's see. Current step contains long. Wait, what? If current step doesn't contains. It's actually already building up the inputs in a way that it's faster, so it just tracks the amount there already. So, P1 is 25, 75. Next step. So do all the steps. Run through the dice. If next split. Okay. Key 0 and you next. Oh, next is a record here. Okay. If it's an even number, then you do the two parts. Okay, you probably want to put something like this in the variable to make the code a bit less noisy, but I get it. Otherwise you do the multiplication. If it's not in there, you add it. Next step is station value. Okay. So dice. This was the. It wasn't dice, was it? Were they called dice? No, stones. It was lanternfish. Ah, okay. I suppose some of his was copy pasted and as it keeps referring to dice. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's see what Smap came up with. Number of blinks, part 1. Hey Luke, just went through your code. Did you use the lanternfish? Did you have that code saved from previous years? Yeah, sorry. Because you said that you didn't keep any from this year, so maybe it would be good to save some so you can jump back in next year's challenge. No, I just start every day with a blank canvas. Yeah. Let's see. Initial stones. Stones, count stones, number of blink parts. Okay, that's a count and blink. Okay, enumerable repeat, number of blinks, aggregate. Dot blink. Okay. Count stones. Two different ways of doing it. Okay. It's a lot of code in here. Let's see. If blinks remaining is 0, return 1. Cache state. Okay, so this is just the key, basically, right? If it's already there, return the cache value. Otherwise, start counting. Even or odd number, try get value. What does this do? Blink was how I originally solved part 1, but counter is faster, so I changed part 1 to do that. Okay. Let's look at blink first. So was this the naive approach? Yeah, okay. Oh, the add before is smart, so you know. No, it doesn't look at that. Current.next. Ah, yeah, yeah. So you use the add before so you don't interrupt with your progression. Ah. Makes sense. Let's go back. Count stones. Cache target value. Yeah. So why is this a separate thing? Because you have your cache, but you also have a dictionary even or odd number. I just cache the length so I don't have to recalculate it. Okay. Is the lookup faster than checking the length? You use numbers, so you don't do string. Okay. I keep everything in string space, so I don't have that issue. Let's see, if stone is 0. It saves time for me, Smap says. Okay. The even, you do this. You might as well also cache the is even then, right? Or is this? I don't have the is even actually. Is that a new extension something? Because I think you should be able to check just one bit, right? To determine if it's even or not. I should probably take some time and look at into that. Luke says I cache the result of each number. Yeah, that's something that he does that as well here. Or did you mean the length part, Luke? Stone split length. No, this is just the 2 parts. And the split probably make sure with the, oh wait, what? What does this do? Divisor. Ah, okay. Okay. The same here. Is this faster? Like the modulus operation isn't that cheap, right? Than doing a... It will be interesting to benchmark these things. Is even uses the math function t dot is odd integer and is even integer in I number. Okay. So do you need to have a using namespace for it to show up? Because yesterday during the code during the live stream I checked to see if there was an is even method there, but I didn't have it. So it feels like an extension probably. So you need a namespace. Smap says it's much faster than working with strings. Okay. Yeah, system.numerics. Okay, so I can do using system.numerics. Why don't I have it? I don't have a is even function when I have this namespace imported. Edit project file, target.net 8. If you go back to v1, it uses strings. Okay. Int.is even integer in system. Okay. So did you just convert it into an extension function then, Smap? Okay. Might be .NET 9, then I'll check. Okay, good. The static abstract interface member functions with the... Okay, so which namespace do you need to... okay, you already had an extension. Okay, so underwater you use the int and long dot is even functions. Also, hi Steve, welcome. It's nice that you use the linked list. I like this add before method to chain it. Left and right is 0, 0. Ah, because it should not be odd here. Okay. It's not an extension method by default, so you would use int. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Now I understand. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Nineberry. Real text split. Select. A whole lot of really useful functions now. Yeah, I can imagine. Same here. Is there no new line in your code or in your file because you pasted it yourself, or does read all text omit the trailing new line? Just something that I wondered about, because I never see any Nineberry says no, I copy manually and remove new line. Okay, that explains it for me. If you want, I have a video with code on how to download it automatically. I really like it, but let's see. Already testing the time. Smap UK says in my case the download and framework sorted all out automatically. Yeah. Yeah, I try not to do anything implicitly, so that you never know when you need something there. So I just have the trim there to take care of it. Because there are I have more generous functions that split by white space where it can be variable length and etc. Ninebear says I try both approaches and they take nearly exactly the same time. What are we talking about? Which approaches? Let's see, stone magic, stone line magic. Blink input 25, 75, okay. Magic with lanternfish. Okay, so now I'm curious for the difference. First is recursive with memorization, and second is with counting lanternfish. Okay. Stone line magic. Blink. Input some blink. Sure. It's all the same as we see. Yeah. Split by number. Same thing here. Yeah. Lanternfish. Okay. Input count by. What does count by do? I don't recognize that. Does that make it into a dictionary for every value? Is it like the group by and then give counts for each? It's a new extension function, right? So it's like group by and then to dictionary with the count. Let's see. Smap says the difference come when I compile in release mode. Not much to see with .NET Run. We finished that at the start of the stream. That's the code we're looking at. Hasn't started today yet. Okay. Yeah, I finished part 2 for yesterday. Like the fact that you have to do it in reverse, just to make sure that you can use the same math, is something that was counterintuitive to me. But yeah, Nineberry says, yeah, exactly. It's new in .NET 8 or 9, I believe. Yeah, that's why I texted you. I figured you got a notification from Twitch now that you were here, but I figured I'd send you a WhatsApp. So yeah, welcome. Let's see. Blink. This was the lanternfish thing. I have to check it here. So this is basically the same that Luke did in the beginning. Just already start with a deduplicated input list for each step in iNumber range. Preform step, okay. Count preform step. Uses the same algorithm as Luke. They took a lot of link where we would use group by followed by something like count or sum and then combine them. Yeah. Okay. Probably still need to go over this sometime and see what why it's faster. Because I'm missing the caching part. Is it just because it's deduplicated here? Oh yeah, because you never go out of the total range of numbers there. So it's still contained because it doesn't grow that bad. Makes sense. Okay. Not accessible. Yeah, I have the same issue when I clicked on it. Yeah, me trying to talk along with all the spoilers and having no clue what you're talking about. It's nice having to dodge everything all day. If you remember 2020 day 6, it helps. Yeah, exactly, Nineberry. Let's see. Did spend a long time in a rabbit hole before I got to it. Yeah, same here. Trying to work out how I could apply the pattern created by the number 0. I was exactly there yesterday. Hey Kay, welcome. Thanks for the raid. I should probably stream earlier so that I can raid you back. But yeah, hi. Thank you, raiders. I was just finishing day 11 part 2. I didn't finish that yesterday, and what I always do after the stream is go through what everybody else did to see the differences. So I'm just finishing up day 11 and then starting on day 12 fresh. So welcome. How did your day 12 go? Meanwhile, I'll take a look at, I don't know, algorithm and similar things. Okay. My day 12 was okay, so I'm in for a rough one then, probably. Yeah, I'm curious. I haven't looked at it yet. What I always do is like, cases I've definitely had worse. Okay. Usually what I do is like, I open the page, take a screenshot, use that for the thumbnail, copy this, and then try to ignore everything as hard as possible until I stream. So let's look at some C++ code from Amade. Luke says, today was a lot easier than yesterday, and Smab says, I've seen good and bad today. Okay, yeah, I'm curious. So let's look at some C++ for day 11. Float percentage. Okay. Double number cache, single number cache, power of 2 cache. I wonder where percentage comes in. Opinions differ on that. Let's see, that's great because I think everyone was very much looking forward to seeing a different solution to day 12. So cool, you're not starting it yet. Yeah. Let's see. Print values, string with precision, percentage hits, and okay, this was about your caching probably. Okay, let's see. Test iteration, live iteration, hits, misses, misses. It's okay. Count all. Let's see. We have a list of longs, amount of steps, step report 1, map and second map. Advance 1 step, step 1, step 1, if test. That's also the lanternfish, yeah. So were there any other approaches? Anything novel this time around? Okay, cool. It always takes me more time to read the C++ code. It's harder for me to process. But I like seeing different ways and approaches. I was trying to see the rabbit hole. Okay. I think that was everything for day 11. So I guess we'll start reading day 12. Okay, here goes nothing. Garden groups. Why not search for the chief historian near the gardener and his massive farm? There's plenty of food, so the historians grab something to eat while they search. You're about to settle near a complex arrangement of garden plots when some elves ask you if they can lend you a hand. They'd like to set up fences around each region of garden plots, but they can't figure out how much fence they need to order or how much it will cost. They hand you a map, your puzzle input of the garden plots. Each garden plot grows only a single type of plant and is indicated by a single letter on your map. When multiple garden plots are growing the same type of plant and are touching horizontally or vertically, they form a region. For example, okay, so we have A there, B, B, C. Okay, so this is like a sideways Z, a D, and E. Okay. This 4x4 arrangement includes garden plots growing 5 different types of plants, labeled A, B, C, D, and E, each grouped into their own region. In order to accurately calculate the cost of the fence around a single region, you need to know that region's area and perimeter. The area of a region is simply the number of garden plots the region contains. In the above maps, type A, B, and C plants are each in the region of area 4. The E plants are in the region of area 3 and the D plants are in the region of area 1. Each garden plot is a square and so has 4 sides. The perimeter of a region is the number of sides of garden plots in the region that do not touch another garden plot in the same region. Type A and C plants are each in a region with perimeter 10. B and E plants are each in a region with perimeter 8. The lone D plant perimeter 4. Visually indicating the sides of plots in each region that contributes to the perimeter using a dash and a pipe character. The above map's region perimeters are measured as followed. Okay. Plants of the same type can appear in multiple separate regions, and regions can even appear within other regions. For example, the above map contains 5 regions, one containing all of the 0 garden plots and another 4 each containing a single X plot. The 4 X regions each have an area of 1 and perimeter 4. The region containing 21 type 0 plants is more complicated. In addition to its outer edge contributing to a perimeter of 20, its boundary with each X region contributes an additional 4 to its perimeter for a total of 36. Due to modern business practices, the price of a fence required for a total region is found by multiplying the region's area by its perimeter. The total price of fencing all regions on a map is found by adding together the price of the fence for each region on the map. In the first example, region A has a price of 4 times 10 is 40, region B has a price of 4 times 8 is 32, region C has a price of 4 times 10 is 40, D is 1 times 4 is 4, and region E has a price of 3 times 8 equals 24. So the total price for the first example is 140. In the second example, the region with all of the 0 plants has a price of 21 times 36, and each of the 4 small regions, 1 times 4 is 4, for a total price of that. Okay, large little example there, it contains these. Okay, so it has a total price of 1930. What is the total price of fencing for all regions on your map? Normally I don't even look at the input, but oh yeah, that's a nice shape. When I read this, I was like, okay, do I need to have like an inner outer to see how many are inside, etc. So that's interesting. So it's like a flood fill type of thing where you have to find all the boundaries. Basically for each one you need to just flood fill to see where it goes, then get the outer perimeter and any inner perimeters that you hit, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking. Let's is this the example, the first example, right? Let's set up the code for today. Stop running. Day 12. 12, 12, and I still have not created a little helper to do this. So this is our test input, and the test value is this. Let me get something to drink. I don't really have a, except like the flood fill thing. And I don't even have a good thing memorized for how to do that, so let's see. First I will need to parse the lines. We have a raw map. So we do input to lines. It is my helper that just does this. So raw map is this. I also usually do a grid map that helps me with bound checking. So map is new grid, and we do rows is raw map dot length, columns is raw map 0 dot length, like this. So now I can do like map is with no, actually a grid location. This map says instead of a you use raw strings. Yeah, I know. I could do that. I just never. I've been doing like this since the .NET 1. So it's like old habits die hard. So you could do like the raw string thing, which I've never in my life used, and then you need to do like, right? But I think you can also like align them so that it doesn't have the spaces in front of it. But let me set program to day 12. This is so foreign to me, but it's nice. I get it. But my default template is just like an add string, which basically says, okay, ignore anything. But multiple times I've been there, like where this is on the line above, and it's like, oh, why does my example look so weird? But it makes it more readable. Let's see, SMAP says, I use AOC to get familiar with new .NET features. It comes at a good time. Yeah, that's true. So I can do grid location start is new 0, 0. And like my grid, in this case map is within bounds. No, I have a start is within bounds, and then I can feed it the map. And that will just help me check. And there's like all sorts of helpers there to get like walkable neighbors and yeah. I'm just thinking. What I could do is have like I'm thinking I could just start here and then just look sideways to see which parts are there, and then when you find a new one, you add a new group and then keep all the locations for that one in there. So you could do like could have a dictionary of, and it doesn't really matter because it can be a single character, and then it will be a hash set of grid location. So this would be areas. And then we can also do, we need to have a hash set of grid location visited. So we would start at the top left. Grid location start is new. I I can just actually do 0, 0, start top left, and I can do map.get walkable neighbors start. So I can do for each var and in this. So this will give me every location that you can visit based on the map current location. It will keep it within bounds. I can also feed it like values that are not allowed, but that's for other cases. So now I can do if not visited contains n. I should also do like char current area marker is raw map start dot row start dot column. So now we have the marker that we're currently looking at. So we can do areas that add current area marker, and this one will be start like this. So now we've set it up, and now we also do a visited.add start. So this is our first one, and then we enumerate. We can do while true. So we can just keep going until there's nothing left to process. Actually, should probably make that into a queue and make sure that it just keeps growing, and if there's a different marker that it does another thing. So we could do like a queue that has like char area marker grid location current, and then we have I think that's actually enough, because we can keep track of the global state here. We don't need to have it individually. I mean, I could do like area locations like this, right? Process queue. So then I can do process queue and queue. This would be start marker start, and then like this. Why doesn't it like this? Start marker, current area marker. Okay, so we can do while process queue dot count larger than 0. Var queue is process queue dot dq. And then we can do this part. Like this, and then we do we can keep the global visited one here, because yeah, that's fine. So we can have, and this is also fine. So we can do val is raw map n dot row n dot column. If val equals current and q dot marker area marker. we can do yeah, we can do that. We don't need to, yeah, we can do q.mq, process q.mq. This one becomes, it's still val. This becomes n, and here we can do q dot area locations. We don't need to create another one because this one will be shared. We need to do it like this. Why is it complaining? I should probably also stop running right now. I can make this one bigger as well. Let's see, char. What do they call it? Area locations. Sorry, like that. So we do q.area locations, area locations add n, like this. Visitor.add n. Else we want to does it matter? Not probably. The thing is that you could get fragmented stuff here right now. So I'd probably need to group this by this area marker and just have it like a dictionary of char, and then the Q is what I'm thinking now, and then we don't even does it matter? So we do it process queues, because I don't want to spawn another one for that current marker. I will just get, no, that's not true, because there can be multiple of those. Never mind, never mind. The only issue is that when I'm doing it like this, what could happen is that you get like two fragmented halves that are processed that you will then later have to do again. So if I do it like this, you could end up with multiple, let me think. Basically, you want to make this work right and that it won't do any fragments. You probably need to finish your whole. You need to finish your your queue for this given area marker, so that you don't start off on a new one, which can then lead to starting multiples of the same that belong together but have different fragmented paths. And doing that, you could use a priority queue where you encode this so that it will always do the ones of the same type first. Let's see, 9Bay says, read the puzzle again, I think you got the detail wrong, look at the bigger examples. No, but what I'm trying to do is make sure that I get every area filled in, because you will have the locations inside the locations. And depending on how I set this up, if I don't do it correctly, I could take like a bordering one in two parts. There are multiple ways to prevent that. It's like you could do this and just not do the else case here until you finish this and exhausted it, so that you got all that area processed, and then you go on to anything else that you can touch. So you could have like a hash set of grid location, non-area locations. So you could just reserve this as a queue for later. So you can do .add n. So this means that if you exit this, that you flood filled at least that map, that area marker. So you can then do like you can do more is false, more is true. If not, more, and process queue.count is 0, area mapped, and then we can do where's my dictionary, areas, add queue.area marker, queue.area locations. And this actually can be more. So the key should probably be top left because it will already exist, but so this will actually be a list of this. So it will be multiple areas. So you do if not areas, try get value. Area marker out for areas. You do how do I call it? Boom, and then you do areas that add, queue.area marker areas, and then you just add this one. Marker. So let's say that I just run this, it will exit once, and then I need to do something else while that or count larger than 0. And here I can do for each var area in non-area locations except with visited. Okay, I can just do this. So this trims out anything that we've visited so far. Then I can do can do console.writeLine exploring other areas, other locations for more areas. Alright, so we have non-area location with count, and then I should probably just enqueue the first one and then do this. Probably like if non-area locations then we do this. We queue it, and then it becomes raw map non-area location. Look this non-area location dot first. This becomes log.row column log. Right. So it should be something like this. And then I need to add it to visited as well. So we do visited.add log. So okay, let's see what happens if I run this, right? Okay. Mapped area A with 4 tiles, exploring 0 other locations for more areas. Okay, so that's not good. Let's see. So this walkable neighbors thing should give me more. It treats that as visited, which is false. It only needs to be visited if I go in here. Otherwise it's not really visited, right? So now, boom. Now it's properly mapped, right? Now I have a mapping of all the locations, flood filled. So let's see if I do the other example here as well. That's one too many. Come on. So 21, 111. So yeah, see, my algorithm worked. Woo! So that was what I was trying to do. Just make sure that I can map anything into their locations, and then what I can do is construct borders out of that. Top and bottom don't have to align text align to the bottom quote. Okay. Luke says, yeah, half a star. Okay. Okay. So this is part 1 of the challenge. We have the areas identified. We have every location inside of the area. Now we need to make sure that we can walk a border. Which is a whole nother challenge. But I was like, okay, let me first make sure that I can isolate these groups of things, right? So let's go back to the other example. And I'm actually quite happy that I managed to write out the thing that I wanted to write out in one time, and it works as well. So, because this is a lot of code for something. But yeah. So now that we have all the squares inside an area, let me think. Basically, I can take every one of those and check how many sides there is a it shares a neighbor with itself. This one shares no neighbors with itself, so it adds 4. This one shares 1, so it adds 3. This one shares 2, so it adds 2. This one shares 2, so it adds 2. This one shares 1, so it adds 3. And I think that's actually the solution for every one of these. 2, 2, 2. Yeah. This one adds 3. This one adds 2 because there's 2. I think that's quite clever, actually. I like it. I like it. I really, really, really like it. So let's set this up. This one is our global thing that we need. Yeah, I'm proud of myself for coming up with that. So now we can do for each car area key in area keys. For each var area. The thing is, when you have areas, but inside of areas, how do you call it all properly? Var areas, area key. I'm just gonna go with this for now. I know it's ugly. If I think of a better name, if you can suggest me a better name, let me know. So now I can do for each grid location L in A. So we have long perimeter is 0. Let me see. I think this one is non-destructive, right? Yes, yes, it's non-destructive. I love it. Basically, if A contains this, if it doesn't contain 1, we do perimeter. What's the issue? Why is it complaining? Ah, I need an extra. Okay. Yeah, so now we can do console.writeLine area of size as a perimeter of blah. I write it does not contain extension because I hate how. Wait, what? Something that contains looks. Okay. Yeah. You can use the not now, right? Not contains. So you can do if not, well, at least in the new .NET 9. I don't think I have it set up here, yes. So this is a.count. This one becomes area key. And this one is perimeter. So now we do p1 plus equals a.count times perimeter. I'm so happy with myself right now. 144, is that correct? Let me see. 140. Oh, let's see. Area A is the size of 1. Okay, where is this one coming from? The rest is all correct. Four times off. No, but if you look here, mat area A with tile blah, A, B, C, E, D. Where does this one come from? It makes no sense, because these are all the mappings that I found and they are correct, and the sum is also correct. So I love that the algorithm that I thought of actually works, because I thought this was going to be hard, but it's not. The thing is though, so here it tries to add something. So let me just run this again. Areas. Ah, here, I'm an idiot. I need to do this. Yeah, never mind. Okay. $140. Cool. Oh yeah, that was a small example. But my code worked. I'm so happy. Let's see. The other one was 772. Come on. But it's fine. I'm just gonna I'll put 140 in here and that's fine. Actually, I can do the... No, I should probably do the larger example. Just to make sure that it works. And then 1930. So I can do... Input is... And then we do 1930. That's also just, I can just comment this out, this is fine. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it works. I'm really happy that I saw that fast, because I was really like, okay, how am I going to do the logic now that I've gotten all the areas? Might look stupid, but yeah, I'm really happy with myself right now. Boom, 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 boom. Woohoo! Part 1 done. Yes. Nice. Let's see what part 2 has in store for us. Jesus Christ, why is this so long? Fortunately, the elves are trying to order so much fence that they qualify for a bulk discount. Under the bulk discount, instead of using the perimeter to calculate the price, you need to use the number of sides each region has. Each straight section of fence counts as a side, regardless of how long it is. Consider this example again. Hey Nefarious, first time chatter, first time cheerer, welcome. Nice. Also, for those of you that want to share the code that they made for today, let me just drop in the Discord link. I'll pin it here. Boom. Yeah, that is fine. Let me also put it on YouTube. Don't think many people are on YouTube right now, but let's also pin it here. Sure. If you want to see the VODs or something on YouTube, that's the link to my YouTube channel. And also I need like 3,000 watch hours. So if you have a lot of machines and nothing to do, play all of my videos on YouTube. Thank you. So yeah, if you want to share your code, do it here. I'll look at it after I try to solve part 2. Let's see. Consider the example again. The region containing type A plants has 4 sides, as does each of the regions containing plants of type B, D, and E. However, the more complex region containing the plants of type C has 8 sides. Yeah, that was the zigzag one, right? Okay. Using the new method of calculating the per region price by multiplying the region's area and its number of sides, region A through E have prices 16, 16, 32, 4, and 12 respectively, for a total price of 80. The second example, full X and O, etc. Here's a map that includes an E-shaped region with a full type of E plants. The E-shaped region has an area of 17 and 12 sites for a price of 204, including the 2 regions of full-time tax plans. Okay. It includes 2 full regions type blueprint. These were 4 sides, single region. These squares are 4 sides. Okay. So let's go back here. The C. It said it had how many? 8. So that is what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, wait. They say C has 6 times. Let's MS Paint. Let's bring out MS Paint for a bit. So basically, it's this shape, right? And ignore my amazing drawing skills. Let's see. It's boom, boom. Okay. So they say 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, yeah, okay. So isn't this like the unique X and Y values? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, because these are the same. So this would, you probably need to follow the outside, and then every angle change you have to count them. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'd have to walk the perimeters. Is that correct? What was the one with the X's and O's? Is also possible. Yeah, I want to like the inside. That's what I was going to say. Like, okay, what's how did it count that one? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like would it be like 20 in this one? Because this is 4, this is 4, this is 4, this is 4, and this one is 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. What did it say? Is it like 20 times 21 and 4 times 4 is 16? Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's correct. So every perimeter needs to be walked inside and outside. So because I was clever for this part, I still need to do a pathfinding thing to walk the perimeter. Yeah. No, you don't, Luke says. Why don't I though? because at first I was like, I can just count the unique X and Y's and be done with it, but that's not correct. Luke asks, you want a tiny hint? No, not really. Like for me, the only thing that I can think of that I need to do is actually do just the edge walking for all the bounds, which I'm fine with having to code. Basically what I can do is find every location that what I can do is I can find every block that at least doesn't have 4 neighbors of the same type, which means it's part of a perimeter of some sorts, either inside or outside. And I can use those to see to actually walk the line. Probably. Let me just do that for now. There's probably a more efficient way, but this is something that I came up with, so I'll be happy with it. Local 0. If local is 0, ignore. So I can take away all the ones that are not, so I can do I've set grid location parameter locations, boom. L, like this. So this will strip out anything that doesn't actually is not part of the border. And then I can just walk the line, count which ones that I've because my idea is then to just take one of these randomly, and then let's say I take this one. I just start looking from this place. Let's see. So if this doesn't have one to the left, that means I have a border this way. And I should follow it actually in that way. I should probably keep track of the block plus the angle that I looked at, and then just keep following that. And whenever I can't go on, so I will have a stop here, then I need to increment the number of sides, and then see if I can go that way or that way, and just follow that. And then after I've exhausted the list and I wrap back to here, I get here, and then I can't go anywhere that way. So I see this one, but that one has already been visited. So then I can say, okay, I stop. So I've mapped the outside perimeter. Then I can test which ones I have not done yet. But then you have the case where there might be something like another block here of another tile, like the contains one. So I need to make sure that I keep track that I've processed every angle, even if it doesn't make sensor. I need to track every block, I need to check every side, keep track of it, and if I haven't processed that one, because it's not part of the path I'm following, I need to make sure that I, like in the contains case like this, if you process this block from this side, the left side, you still need to be able to also look at it from this side. So you can't just mark this whole thing as seen. Let me see if I can write this. Because as of now, I don't really think I know of a better way to do this. So let's just try writing the pathfinding. This will require more debugging because I'm a little bit more hazy on this part, but that is fine. So I have perimeter locations here. Let me think. Yeah, this all belongs to the same thing, so that is fine. So we have a hash set of grid location with a direction. Processed. Boom. So let's just go through for each. What did it auto add here? Well, it's fine, but I need to start at one area. Let's see if l.up a that contains. If it doesn't contain l.up, top side border. Okay. So let's see, we need to follow it now. Let's just go right, that's fine. I wonder if we need to explore more than one. Let's see. So we do a long edges 0. So we do edges, we increment it. Let me just also do like a list of grid location, direction, path. Something like this. Let's make it like this so that I can write it out for debugging. So I can do path.add a comma come up, something like this, and I need to wrap it another combination here. Doesn't it like this? Cannot convert from hash set. Oh, never mind. This location. I think this one will do it implicitly, right? Yeah, I think I set that up. So now we have an edge on the top that we try to follow. Should probably also take in like grid location, current. and then a dir current dir. So this is the path that we try to take. Yes. So now we do while a that contains l that write, and we do actually current. Why doesn't it like this? Because current is a grid location. Oh yeah, okay. Current is L dot right. Actually L plus direction current dir. Dir is dir right. Like if we detect one at the top, we're like, okay, let's move up, follow it to the right, right? This edge here, but also we don't know how far it should go. So maybe we should just track it to the left, and then when it's there, you follow it, or you just start to count from the first angle. Maybe that's better. Let me think. So I could do like a grid, func grid location. And we feed it a grid location and a directory. Find angle. Pause there. And also like hash set of grid location for the current area. So now I can do while current is pause plus div, while area that contains current is current plus div. All right. Let me think, because I need to do the opposite. Because this one will stop when it overshoots, so then I need to autocorrect like you do. Let me think. Now I can just do pause. Would it be a do while loop then? No, it doesn't matter. Let's current, you do that. This would do it doubly, so, but at least it won't overshoot, because I don't know if I have a... Do I have a... I can actually do a minus. Never mind. I can just do current minus direction, and then it will also work, I think. Let's see, grid location. My operator is minus direction. Yeah, that works. So no worries, I can just do this. Boom. That is fine. So and then I do return current. So this one will return us the first place where this one breaks off. So I can say like, okay, if we look here, angle is find angle, and then we do L. This one be right, and this one becomes A, I think. So then we can, and then we need to find actually where it goes. So let's not do that. Let's go left and find the first place that it goes wrong. So now if we find one missing at the top, we will look to the left till we find no partners to the left, which means that we can't continue the top line. Also, is that true? Because for the path to continue, there needs to be one following it, but also there can be one above it. Let me see. So in this case, let's say you have this shape. If you start checking here, this is fine. But here, there will still be a block, but no above it. So you will also need to check the area that you think, or that you assume is missing, because this one is missing. So even though you need to check if there's a block here for the line to continue, you also need to make sure that this one is also missing. Otherwise, you're missing like an area there. Yes, Matt says you're going to need a bigger paint canvas. Yeah. Okay. So the edge find, I remember doing this, was it last year or the year before, with like where you had to cross through stuff. Lick has a huge, yeah, that's true. I have like a 32-inch widescreen here. The room is a bit messy, but let's see. Also, my phone has been wonky, so. It's like, does it show? Boom. So I have like a 34-inch ultra wide. So I have plenty of screen space, and I have another 34-inch ultra wide on this side. So enough screen real estate. Yeah, let me think. Like following the edge is annoying. Smap says, I have normal size screens, but 3 of them. Yeah, it's more useful for like Windows hotkeys to shuffle stuff around when you have actual physical separate screens, but yeah. I'm just thinking like, okay, how do I need to make sure that if you so you have a direction, you also need to have like an expected location for your not a direction, expect missing direction. So this will be dot up. And also not area that contains current plus expected missing direction. Yeah, because that's relative. So, okay. Should probably test this, right? So let's make this a proper function. Grid location. Find angle change. So we have a grid location, current position. We have a dir travel location, a dir angle side, and we have a hash set of grid location, which describes the area. It would be cool to visualize and use edge detection. Yeah, I'm trying to do that right now. So let's see. Actually, next becomes current position plus travel direction. This would mean travel direction. So if area contains next and area does not contain angle side, then plus travel direction. So this one assumes past current position is it parm ref? Normally you can reference the parameter name in the comment, right? Assumes the past current position already adheres to this part of the given angle. Don't know how to call it, but it's fine. Does it complain about this now? Usually there's like parmref, etc., but it's fine. And now I need to actually test this. So let's do hash set grid location area test area is blah. We do see what happens here. Yes, because of this one here. Come on. So if I do it now, it should run to the end, right? Yeah, okay. So that logic works. Basically what I did, this is like a straight line and then I put a block on top of this one. So if I pass this, the angle change will give me this one because the next one doesn't matter, adhere to it anymore. And if I remove it, it will walk to the end, which is fine. So this edge detection part at least works. So I can take a line and go into a direction and I will know where it changes. I just don't know which side it goes onto yet. Which might be cool. Let me think. I noticed that I'm getting tired. With more time, I could like do a what do you call it? Like a writing in the console. I just noticed now that the overlay has like the remove after. That's annoying. Okay, boom, gone. So yeah, this works. I just need to now know which side that it goes onto. So boom, I can do this. So I want to do find angle change. Let's first go left. So this will be line start actually. Line end is find angle change line start there dot right there dot up A. So console dot right line. Actually we can add the path here. Actually I can make lines out of it. So we can do list start grid location. Can just do I can do and it could do a length, but that's also fine. So you can do line start, line end, and this one will be up there. Yes. Because the path will now just be a section of lines, so I don't actually need to do the edges count here. The only thing that I need to do now is to make sure that I have the line end there dot right. The thing is, I have this rotate left and rotate right. I have the invert. Yeah, this one returns a new value, so that is fine. Invert like this, and this one will just be current there. And after that, I have to take this one and find out which way the line goes. So let's see. And yeah, the only issue that I have is that here these values mutate the current how do you call it? These mutate the actual direction that you're working with. So I probably want to make sure that I don't call this and make a function that will not override it. But Nineberry says, sorry, I have to leave early today. Success. No worries. Thank you for stopping by. It's always nice to have you guys here. And I can imagine that it's taking a bit long, maybe, because I'm doing my own thing. And maybe everybody's screaming at the screen like, it's so easy to do this. But yeah, I'm just trying to do it my way. I did it my way. So I want to make a function out of this that doesn't... Actually, I can... I'm trying not to scream. Yeah, sorry for driving you mad, Smap. I can just create a copy of it by doing this. Yes. So let's see, we have a line and dot plus dir dot up. Let's see, now we know that we need to check anything because we arrive at the location and we need to make sure that we know what is happening there. So let's see. Bool above is a that contains line and plus div dot up above. Right is plus right below. So let's see, what do we know? If there is a value above it, the line would have ended sooner, so that it can't have a member block above it, so that's nonsense. Because let me just, it's so much easier when you visualize stuff. So like, we currently have this location, right? And we found out that, okay, our line ends here. There can be multiple cases why this happens. We just assume that for now this is the area that we've been checking, right? And our algorithm says, okay, we stop here because either way there is no block here or there is like a block here as well. Oh, let's see. That's not an exclamation mark, like boom. So either there's no block here or there's a block here, and the same thing can happen. So we probably need to first check, like, is there another block to the right? Because if that's the case, we need to check above to see if it's above, then there will be an angle there, and if it's below, no. We need to check if there is another one here, because if there's one, there has to be another one above it, otherwise it would have gone through. So if there's no block here, it needs to go down because there will be is it true? Is this the only block that we have to check? If this one is present, we go up. If it's not present, we go down. That's the only options, right? So I'm making this way too complicated. Our edge detection said our line ends here. So there's only two options. We go up or we go down. Those are the only options. So we do that by checking if there's one to the right. If there's one to the right, we go up. If there's not one to the right, we go down. And Luke says, as usual, trying to complicate things. Amarte says, I haven't done part 2 yet, so I keep quiet. I know how I'm going to do it, but not today. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see what everybody else comes up with, as I'm overcomplicating this already. So let's see. Check if there is a block to the right. If there is one, we line must go up, otherwise line must go down. Okay. So now we say we don't even need current. We have line start, line end, like this. So now line start equals it's actually our current block still. So it's line end. And we say current dir is dir dot actually if right else though. So if there's one to the right, we must go up, otherwise line must go down. So in the else, that is this case, we are processing the same block, but direction is dir dot down. And then we do line end is find angle change. Boom. Line start, current dir. It's always like one rotated to the left based on which angle that you go. So it would be like let's see, can do how do we call it? The angle side. Okay. Angle side, and angle side is always like a rotated to the right, no, rotate to the left based on the current direction, right? Okay. So angle side is, and this one first needs to be cast to a byte, just so that we can make a copy, and then we convert it to a direction again, and then we can do rotate let's see. I do angel side of rotate left. So that's basically, and I can actually just do it like this because it will implicitly convert it back to a direction. So if we always travel to the right, I will, the angle side that you expect is always 90 degrees to the left. Smap says, I was happy enough with my solution today, no regrets. Okay. So this is basically how we do that, and so every time we do this, we also take the angle side, and so this one will be angle side, boom, like this. This will be up, and line start will then actually be the block above it. So we do line end plus I can do it like this and then do plus current dir. So this is interesting. This will be angle side. And then I need to do this for everything. So I can probably make this relative for each direction. Do I have like a... I don't have an enumerator here, which I should probably do, but it's fine. So I can do a list of dir directions is bloom. I can do dir up, dir right, dir down, dir left. Basically this becomes then for each and then it becomes if not a that contains, and then it's L plus D. So that will be the side that we check for the angle. Then it becomes this logic. Oh. So this one then becomes current there is byte D. Actually, no, I can do it this way. So this one becomes D, and then we do current there becomes angel side out rotate right. Angle. I say angel, but it's angle. Angel, angel, angle. So I clone them because yeah, if you're looking at the top angle, you check where it's missing. Like the direction you want to go clockwise, at least that's the logic that I've set here. So then the direction that you're following will be the angle that you expect the thing to be rotated right. I don't need to do the rotate left one. Boom, 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 boom. Everything else is relative to this one. Okay. This one is direction, so this one would be next. Next is line end plus current direction. And then otherwise current direction becomes just a clone of this one would be angle side actually. And otherwise it would be would be current direction dot. Actually, it's just dot rotate right. So that is fine, and then it's relative to this one again, so that is also fine. And then it will do the same thing, just to follow it. And I need to break out of the loop here, because we only need to find one path, not all 4 of them. So we pick a random place in the perimeter, we check every direction, we found an angle, and then we walk it. So this is the old code that I can remove. And actually, I don't need to walk this, do I? Yes, I still need to, because there can be multiple, so I need to actually keep track of which ones that we've used. So this one isn't enough, this path thing. So so we have hash set, grid location, processed is this. Man, this is becoming such a monster. Ah, I already have that. How good of me. Boom, 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 boom. The thing is that I need to, it's so annoying. So basically I need to then walk from start to end and add each one of them to process. So I need to for grid location current is fine start while current not equal to line end processed dot add current comma, and then also the angle that we expect to, like this. Boom, 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 boom. So we also need to make sure that if not process contains, and this one would be L plus D comma D, like this. So we do grid location candidate is L plus D. Okay. It's such a monster. So this one will give us like the first, after this one is completed. This one needs to be a while loop actually. So this one needs to keep iterating here. So this needs to be a while, not, it's actually this one. that correct here? Yeah. So this whole part goes then inside of our while loop. Whew. I need to step through this. Is everybody still with me? Or did I put everybody to sleep already? Let's see. Okay. So we have a just about sorry. A line start at 0, 0. Fingers crossed. I hope my code doesn't have those typos in it. Line end, okay. This is not correct. Wait, what? Current direction is... yeah, that's not correct. I need to do it like this. Let's try that again. Boom. Line start is there. Line end is 16 wide. Is this the real input that I'm processing? Let's stick with the test first. And let's do the simple test as well. Yeah, I should have like a test switcher there as well. What is actually the part 2 for this one? 80, okay. Let's put in part 2 test there. We're not even there yet, but let's make sure. Let's try this again. Let's see. Line end should be 3. Yeah, okay, so that's the first part, that's good. So we do current. So now it has. Wait, what? That's more like it. So processed, it has those 3. What did it say for line end? And then I need to actually do line end. No, I can just do current here as well because it just boom. Genius. So we need to go down, so that is good. So line start becomes line end. Do I mess up my... I don't think so, right? Current there, rotate right, so now it becomes down, so that is good. And down when the angle side becomes right, so that is also correct. And now line end becomes find angle change. 0, 3. Going down. Okay, because that's a side of 1, so that is also correct. So this is a length of 1. I actually need to make sure that I do this part here, that I don't do that actually. So I need to do boom. Let's stop again, because that one is the next part of the logic. So the first time we have processed, we have those 4 in there with their sides. The path has 1 entry from there to there going up. So now it's like, okay, we have an angle on the right, the direction is down, so that is fine. So now the end there, it goes from 0, 3 going down. Yeah, that's what I did here. So there's only one, so that is fine. So then we do current is 0, 3 going right. So now we have a path there. So this one has the angle on the top, this one has the angle on the right, which is basically one length. We have processed and we have the two sides of this one in here as well. So far so good. We move on. We now expect to move left, which means the side will be on the bottom. Yes. Now the end becomes back at 0, which is cool, which means we have another angle there. So now we have all the down parts of those in reverse order. It's fine. We have another path here, which is also good. Okay, so this one should then also be just one length, which is fine. And now this one should not have this candidate. Wait, what? Why is it -1? Ooh, wait, what happened? It should actually be line start. Boom. Okay, which one is this? -1. What? And I also need to make sure that this one is a valid map position and that it exists. Wait, what? A? How can it have a -1? This is weird. Row -1, column 1. Ah, it does not contain... So the first part is correct. It found the whole thing. It mapped the path, which is cool. But my logic here is not fully correct. So I need to make sure that I do like line start here. In this case it's L. It doesn't matter. Check if the candidate is in perimeter locations. No, that doesn't matter. But the candidate needs to be let's see. This one actually needs to be L plus D, and then I think it's this one. Go to boom. Yeah. Let me just set a breakpoint here, because I don't think this one will hit again. Haha, famous last words. But is this a different grid location? Yes. Okay, so let's see what the code spit out. Size A. Did I have a right line here somewhere? Yeah, perimeter of adding count type perimeter. Okay, wait. Did I clear path here? Wait. Ah, let's see. So after this is done, as a side of that, perimeter of that, and a path of that is fine. I should probably do the path. Is actually the amount of entries here. Let me just set a breakpoint here. Let's run it again. I can just remove this and remove this because path should now hold the amount of sides. Ooh, it didn't do the final one. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Where do I add the path? Here. Because there should be 4 sides to the path, right? What did I do wrong? There's something wrong with my logic here. When I change this, I somehow think I broke it, but let's see. So this is the first path, that is fine. So boom, 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 boom. Not D. This needs to be current angle, right? It's angle side. Never mind. Yes. Okay. Path. Where's path? Okay, it has 4 parts. This is fine. So now it should exit here, right? So if I now go here, path is fine. Basically, I just need to have the path count here. The area has a path that count sides. Whew. Okay. Now, is this correct? A to E have prices 16. Alright, the area by sides. Let me just add the price then. Giving a price times count. I might as well just do long P2 is 0L here. Call it actually P2. So we can do P2 plus equals this. So what does this give me? 88. That's too much. Let's see. We're close. Luckily, but no cigar. Let's see. 16, 16, 40, 12, 4. So this one has too many. The rest is correct. So the C one is wrong. It says it has 8 sides, but I have 10. So let's see. So what do we have in path here? So it goes up, right, down, left, down, left, down. How can it go down, up? Like these two cancel each other out. And these two cancel each other out. The thing is, why do I process them? So the rest is all fine. No way. Is there another? I should probably draw this out. And it's getting late and I'm getting tired as well. I feel like I'm pretty close. I just need to make sure that I find out what's wrong here. Wait. If it says it's like 1, 2, and it has a border on the top and on the right, the one below it can't have one to the top. That's wrong. These two can't exist in the same space. And the same issue is here. Yeah. Because it's no, actually it's row column. So it's Y-X notation. Oh. Oh man, the thing is I probably need to visualize it. It's just such a pain to draw it right now because I'm getting really tired. But in this case, if you have like this is the grid. Amazing drawing skills, I know. So let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2 would mean this place here. So 0, 1 is this row. 0, 1, 2, which mean this space, right? So it says up, so it says, okay, I have an edge here. It says I have an edge on this side. And then it says 3. So 0, 1, 0, 1, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 3, it says, okay, I have an edge here. And that's not possible if we have this edge here. So how can it say this one? This one isn't correct. And it then says another one like, okay, and I have an edge here, which means this one can't be correct because this block exists. Let's see. So I probably need to debug that case. So let's make sure that we run this again. A, B, okay, now we need to go to C. This is fine, I need to run to here. So now everything is cleared, we have nothing, we have 4 perimeter locations, 1, 2, 2, 2. Is this actually for C? Yeah, okay. There are 4 blocks that are part of the perimeter, which is fine. Do I even use this candidate somewhere? No. So we start with 1, 1. And we know that this is the perimeter. So it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 4. So let's see. So the actual blocks are 1, 1. Let's see. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 4. So 1, 1. 2, 2. Wait. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tired. 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, and yes. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. So that is this one. And oh yeah, you're correct. 1, 2. So it's this one. This one, this one, and this one. And I should just make sure, like, okay. So what we should actually get is that we have, so we want to make sure that we do this, 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 this. So this should be our path. So we should have a 1, 2 up, like one-sided, and a 1, 2 right for length 1, then a 2, 3 up, and then a 2, 3 to a 3, 3 right, etc. So yeah, let's see. So our line start, it finds 1, 2, which is the direction up. So it finds the 1, 2. So this one, it finds currently this area is where it finds its start, and it looks this way. Line end is 1, 2, which is fine. So the first path is 1, 2, 1, 2 up. Good. Next. So yeah, we check to the right. If it's not there, it means we go down. So the current one is correct, and the direction is now should be looking down. And the angle would mean on the right. So the angle side is on the right. So yeah, that is correct. So line end, it will do that thing again, and it will give us the same location because it's just a 1 by 1 block. All right, if you go to here, we're now trying to do this part. So it's also again one path. So it's the same location, but then the right angle, so that is correct. So the next target now. So I wonder if this logic is wrong. Let's see. In this case, we're checking this one. If it exists, we say it needs to go left, right? Yeah. The direction that we need to go is... Oh, no, wait. Rotate, yeah. Oh. So the one exists, so we need to take a left turn. So instead of going down, we need to go right. So that is correct. It needs to look in this direction. So line start then becomes... wait. So we just processed that. We're still like, this is still our target block. We found one here, so we actually need to first move one and then that way. Is that the issue? Yeah, because we're at this block, and if we go now take this block, that's not correct. Because the line start still needs to be within this A. So the issue here is that this line start doesn't exist in A. Also, this only needs to happen the first time. Ah, that's fine. No, that's true. That happens here. So what we need to do is basically, I need to have a sanity check here. If not a dot contains line start, should not happen. Okay, so this is our sanity check. But in this case, before we do this, we need to actually do a line start is line end plus current there, and then we need to rotate left and do that again. So I think that's the case there. So let's see if I run this now. Do I trust this? Okay, that one still works. Boom, should not happen. Okay. What does the line start here? 1, 3. How far is our path coming along? We'll get there, we'll get there. I feel like we're very close. Okay. So let's debug it, make sure that the logic is correct. So, I need to... That's when it's getting late, you're quicker to make, not excuses, mistakes. Let's see. I need to go into here, like the first time we get in. Okay, this is fine. So the first path is there, that is good. The second one is also now in. So it checks. If the continuation exists, the continuation here exists, but it said that the line ends. So what we need to do is then like line end plus current direction would be 2, 2, which is good. That is this block. You rotate left, so it goes right, and then line start becomes, wait, current direction is right. So how can, sheesh, never mind. So this is the, let's do this again. Set next statement, 1, 3, no, this is, it's already F, right? Yeah, okay, let's try this again. Let's go to here. Line start, line end. 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay, good. So now it ended up here. Okay, so if I now run it, is my path correct now? Yay! Whew! Okay. 80. Let's see if I should probably now... Oh man. Let's do the bigger example. Whew. No. And what did we expect for the bigger example? I can just run it and then bloop. 12.6. Yeah. Okay, I guess we got it. Wow. Thank you to everybody that stuck with me so long. Let's see. I'm already giving a speech and I haven't even tested it yet. But it feels good. So let's run it for the real input, and let's also not print out all that stuff right now. So we do if test. Okay, P2, like this. Woohoo! Oh man. Oh, yeah, that felt good. Sorry that it took so long, but oh, haha. I'm so happy I got that. And I'm really curious how everybody else did it. Hey Kay, thanks. You managed to stick with it all the time. So was this similar to how everybody else did it? Probably not, right? Did I make it really hard on myself? Yeah, I'm really happy that I got it in the end. Sheesh. And I need to go back. I need to go back and fix some of this code up because it's a right mess. I won't do that right now. I'll probably do that tomorrow when I have a break somewhere to refactor it a little bit. Luke says you could have counted the corners. Yeah, that's true. But now I can also do lots of visualizations and stuff if I find the time. So yeah. And corners, yeah, sure. Kay says, one thing I missed in your implementation is how you handle holes in the middle of regions. Okay, I can quickly go over that. So my pathfinding thing already finds all the locations. So the thing that I did first was having like a flood fill thing. So I start at one corner and then I just flood fill. I keep track of everything that I find that's not part of that region. So I have this non-area locations. And after the path is fully filled, I strip away everything that has been visited by now. And then I just take the next one and also do that. And that lets me pick up all the areas individually. So I have a dictionary of the marker, which is the letter. And then, let's see my dictionary. I have it globally here. The areas. So I have the marker name and then the list of unique areas. So if I do the part 1 processing before I even start doing this, boom, this part will have all the unique areas with that same name. So it basically does a flood fill. So it will start at like if it's a grid. Let me do it anew. Oh, and let's have a pen. Okay, I can draw maybe something like this. So if this is a grid, and I'll just add a colored dot for like the groups. So let's say this is the I will just start at this one. And I'll look here, is this the same? Yes, I'll add it. And I do this for all the others. But while I do this, I also notice this one and add it to a list. So after I've found everything that's connected to the one that I started with, I'll take the first random one of these and do that thing again. So then I will check this one, it has no neighbors, so it will only be an area of 1. Then I'll find this one and I'll do the flood again. So I kept track of everything that I processed, and I only add the ones that are part of the thing that I did. And everything that I touch on the edges, I won't go after it, but I will find those edges the first pass. And I keep track of those as well. So after this is wholly filled in, I pick one of the random edges that I found that borders my current thing, and I will process all of those. And that means that I will always fill or process the whole map at least once, and then yeah, like that. So that gives me all the holes as well. So yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask and I'll try to explain my overly complicated things. I think I'll go to Discord. I can probably put this in as the part 2 answer in my code as well to make sure that I have it for when I refactor and maybe break stuff. My part 1. Boom. I always forget to fill these in and then I break stuff. So. Okay, says makes sense though in part 2 I understood your approach in part 2 was to walk around the edge, right? Yeah. Okay, what I did was for my part 2, and it's really messy, I'm sorry for that. I had this perimeter location. So for part 1, I counted all the edges that didn't have a match. So MS Paint. Sadly didn't save it. So again, if this is like the thing, I should use a better contrasting color here. What I did was I looked through all of the things that make up the area, and I check everywhere if there is a like if their neighbors, if they are missing. Like I have this whole area as a collection, which is A in this case, all the locations in the area. So I take this one and then I check, okay, on every side, is there a part missing? Do I have a neighbor that's not the same as me? And in this case, everything is a neighbor, so this is a really bad example. Let's also turn this one, okay. So I do a check, and if everybody to the top, left, right, and bottom is a neighbor, I'll just ignore this one. And for everybody that's missing at least one neighbor, so here on the top they're missing, here on the right, I add them to a list and then I will process those. And then I'll just random out of these remaining dots, I'll take a random one. I'll check which side one is missing. In this case, I'll start to check, okay, is one missing at the top? So if one is missing at the top, I'll say okay. That means I will always want to process clockwise, just how I coded it, which means I first do the reverse to try and find where my angle stops. So that gives me this one, and I will then try the path finding, and it will go here, and then it will just find this. By doing so, I keep track of every face that I tracked. Plus the angle that was part of that path. So then I will next check this one. It will have no paths other than the ones that are already partaken. Then I will check this one. I will notice that, hey, on this side there's also a missing path. So I should go here. So then it tries to backtrack to here. It finds this one. No, actually it finds this one, my bad. Boom. So it finds this one and starts walking that way. And then it makes up this one in our thing. At least that's how it works. And I will need to clean up this code and it will be easier to follow. So once I clean it up, I'll post it to Reddit and my Discord as well, but I won't do it today. Yeah, no problem. It might be not the most straightforward approach, but this was what came to mind as a way to solve it. So yeah, let's look at the Discord and see what people did for today. Smap says, this is my cleaned up code. It was a lot messier when I finished. I had duplicated code. Yeah, that's I always do that, and I usually don't worry about refactoring until everything is done. But it's kind of late, so my mind is not in a state where I'm like, okay, let's go refactor this code now. So I'll do that another time. But I will go back and fix this up. So yeah, let's first look at other people's code now. Let's see. Take this to the side, load regions to the area, to the array and find regions. Parameter size, okay, need to look at all the helper code to find out where the logic is. Find plot edges. Let's see, side count. Smap says, I take an edge, count plus 1 goes far along it, plus and minus, and remove all of those from the sets of edges, then repeat with the next edge until I run out of edges. Yeah, makes sense. Now I'm just trying, the issue with the code that I always have, I have to find the place where the logic is, because you usually make like extension functions for everything. So you have to jump to the right place to find actually the logic. So first you need to go to find regions. So that means find regions. So it does farm that for each cell where plot does not contain visitor, does not contain plot. Select plot, find region. Okay. Wait. Oh, you pass it in find region and then this gets filled in. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Plot q.enq, visit add initial plot. Well, there's more in the queue. Plot is the queue. For each adjacent plot, yeah, sure. Visitor is not contained, and okay, so this is also the flood fill thing, right? Sure. Because this is passed by reference, then it gets set. So that's why this works like this. Okay. I wonder. Doesn't this always return everything the first thing? Is this because of lazy evaluation? Because this is probably an IEnumerable, that it filters it, and the first thing that gets returned also already goes to here. Would there be race conditions there? I just wonder, like, if it is it because either this does nothing, or there's like an IEnumerable where it yields one, then it gets passed to the select before the next thing happens. Like the control flow here is a bit hard to reason about. I tested it to make sure. Let's see. So this is basically how it works. It does the farm, then for each cell is probably the IEnumerable, right? I assume you implemented it as an IEnumerable so that it would yield one that gets passed to the filter, which then gets passed to the transformer so that it does the find region, so that it uses this visit which is passed by reference so that it gets added. So after the first pass is completed, then it yields another one and then it calls again. Okay. So yeah. Like, if you don't know like .NET details, reading this is I think it's near impossible to understand if you don't know how all of those parts work. Because if you don't know that part, this makes no sense at all. Or is that just me? Like, I think I try to I just wondering, are there any people in the chat or in the stream that are not .NET people that understood this flow, or how this works, even after or maybe after I explained it? I think that can be very hard to follow, something like this, because it's not obvious from the code that you see how that would work. And it's a pretty cool hack, except, oh man, I'm trying to wrap my head around, because if you would like, if any of this becomes asynchronous or multi-threaded, then you run into issues here. But the fact that you use the IEnumerable and how it yields and does the internal passing around, and it's quite fun. Let's see, Amartya says, I was a .NET person and it's still a bit hard at first, but then it starts to make sense after a while. Okay. But this is a very specific trait of how the IEnumerable stuff works. So that's basically normally when you have a function, you return your results at the end. If it's an IEnumerable, you can consume it and you can return intermediate results that can then be processed while the main function is still running. So if you do an enumerator on that, it's like interop basically. Hey, I have a record, process it. Hey, I have another record. It's it's both cool, but also I think very hard to explain for people that are not familiar with this to understand. Oh man, I'm so tired. Sorry if I'm not making sense right now. Yeah, so this is basically also a flood fill way, and then Amartya says, but why would it be an issue with concurrency? Doesn't all of that link expression run on a single core anyway? Yeah, I just mean if you figured okay, I'm gonna do a parallel for each here, just change one thing to speed it up, and then stuff breaks. Or at least is no longer fast, but it probably also has other issues. Yeah. But now it's no issue as is here. Let's see. Sides count. So where did the edges stuff pass? Let's see. Sides count, bulk discount price. Perimeter, and perimeter, how is perimeter defined? Because R is the region. So the region is a class, no, wait here, record region. List edge perimeter, okay. And the find regions, that's an extension function that's somewhere else, right? Edges are built when the region is built using find edges. Okay. Where is that code? Is that in the... at the bottom of the code? Did I miss it? Find region. Wait, what? Find regions. Yeah, I missed it. No, find region, and then that's just a call on this one. Oh yeah, that's the part that I was just watching. Sorry, my apology. Like I said, I'm a bit tired. But so how does it do the edge detection here? Plot queue. If visited does not contain adjacent plots. Yeah, this is just to make sure you don't do double work. Adjacent plot value is initial plot value. How does that work? Find plot edges is above, added to the record. Let's see. Direction at next. You went past it again. Isn't this the find plot edges? There you are. Maybe a delay in the stream, sorry. So this is for all four. Delta. Okay. Yeah, so this basically the same that I was describing before. This one selects all the tiles that does not, that is at least missing one adjacent tile. Okay. look both ways along the edge. So it's basically the same that I did, right? Sorry that it took me so long to reach that conclusion. But yeah, it's way better structured than what I did so far. Let's see. 9 berries. Oh, you went left. Yeah. I did it just to find the start, but let's see. Grid with height plots. Then remove the line and pick the next point to start. Initialize plots. Loop to the grid. New point. Is this basically like the char mapping, so that you have a point lookup instead of like a first row then column? Yeah, so you have the key is the XY location and char. So, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Initialize region, unassigned plots is plots with keys. If this was a normal dev project for me, all of my methods would not be in the same file. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Trying to look at the unassigned plots. Where was plots? That's just the whole thing, right? This is every location. Okay. So basically this is every point on the map. This is just that you make sure that you've seen everything. So this is like your queue of stuff to do. While there's still something in there, you take the first one that you haven't seen yet, and you do, I assume, a flood fill. Char, slot types, that, yeah, that's a starting point. This is all the map. Flood fill, it says it right there. Okay, return result. This is the same. Was this you last time that you? And I think 9 berries already gone, right? Let's see, Smash says, when I'm browsing other people's code, I'm finding the symbols feature in Git are really useful. You don't need to scroll, just, yeah, true. It is, I think, if it's not in the same file, it doesn't pick it up always, but, yeah. Like, we talked about this last time, having a local function, like the example that I did with the func. This is the equivalent of that, where it's properly typed and you do it after the result. So basically this is your function, and after that, which is basically unreachable code, you can nest another function so you don't introduce that into the global scope, or at least the scope outside of your function. Was that you that did that previously? 9berry use it. Nice. It's nice to see that somebody sees something new, picks it up, and I use it. I forgot about it again because I once again wrote like my inline func, and then I had like 500 parameters and was like, okay, I need to make a proper function because it's hard to make sense of the parameter types. So yeah, I should have done this after last time, but yeah, I will blame it on being tired and it being late. So let's see. The flood fill region, this is all just helper code. Init fence post, fences and posts, okay. Get all neighboring points with direction cross, okay. Direction cross. What's the cross and diagonal? Pretty excited to get on. Okay, let's jump to the all direction cross. What's all direction cross? Ah, okay. Makes sense. So these are the neighbors basically. Okay. Does it jump back? Yes. So okay, so these are the direct neighbors. So why is this looking diagonally? I have to revisit this when Nineberry is here tomorrow and check the reasoning behind this. The fences and fence posts. What was the semantic in the? No, okay. I'll have to ask tomorrow. Count sides. We count the corners. It's the same number as sides. Yeah, that's what Luke also said earlier. Ah, that's the whole fence post thing. Okay. Corners with fences on both angles. Your top left corner marked. Marked R. I like this code comment style. It's like nice and visual and nice. Corners and fences on both angles. Top left corner mark R. Okay. The directions here is. Okay. Well, it works. I'm a bit happy that I was able to do it without coding all of these. Like having the one way to look at it and then the rotations. On the other hand, this is clearer to read, but also easier to make mistakes in and harder to spot logic errors. So, like at a glance, it's easier to understand what happens here. But the downside is that it's so easy to make a mistake here that it's hard to spot. Well, it's a combination of these two, like top left, top left. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I just keep reusing the code that I wrote for this. Having all these helpers is just really nice, not having to to write it every time. Yeah, looks nice. And look, if I did a search of corners instead of lines, okay, so Luke also did it a harder way. This looks pretty concise. Let me just, I'll just dump it in my file here so that I have some code highlighting. Spectre.console, never seen that before. Let's see. Fill map, get fields, calc fences, calc discount fences. Okay. It's a list of dictionary. Okay. Spectre.console is what I use in my console app as well. It's a great library for console output. Okay. So these are basically the rough bounds of the square that fits the area. Field contains all areas of the same crop. Yep. Top left, top right, bottom left, bottom So this is basically looking at a square, right? So you take 4 of them and then you check how many there are. If there's an odd number, you add 1. And then if they are crossed, you add 2. Okay. Is this just a new to dictionary? Wait. What is garden here? Dictionary plus char. So wouldn't this just be like char is basically just this to dictionary again? Come on. It's like a new copy of that same thing. You could probably write it as this with a new notation, right? Would it accept this? What is it complaining about? Error list. Let me remove Spectre for now. Maybe it will stop complaining. Yeah, that will work too. Okay. It doesn't like this notation though. Let me undo that. Smap said it doesn't work for dictionaries yet. They're working on it. Ah, okay. Yeah, no worries. So basically, you create a new copy of the dictionary so that you preserve the old one probably. Because you use this as a cue that you remove things from, which is fine. Gonna remove K. Curve field. This is the flood fill thing, right? Yep. Yeah, this looks very familiar. Okay, nice. Let's see, Smap says doesn't work for linked list yet either, despite the fact it keeps recommended it for me. Okay. Yeah, no worries. I think that is it, unless somebody else has code he wants to, they want to share. This is Discord where you can paste it if you want, and if not, I think we'll conclude the stream for today, as it's past midnight already. Sheesh, how long have I been streaming? Nearly 3.5 hours. Okay, it's time to stop the music, and let's see. Let me turn on my speakers. Let's see somebody on Twitch that might be streaming Advent of Code that we can raid. Luke says, see you Friday, sleep well. Good night, Luke. Let's find somebody that we can raid. Raided her yesterday. Pleasant AOC day for APL programming, making JavaScript tolerable. Okay, says thanks for the stream. Have a nice evening. Yeah, thanks for keeping me company, and I hope you enjoyed it. So nice evening to you too. Smap says second half of the day of today has stumped a lot of people. So yeah, I had that yesterday. I was like, so I was happy that I managed to complete today, even if it was a bit of a struggle. Let's see, black silver. I don't like ads. Come on, I want to raid somebody. Okay. It's even worse. I really hate the ads. Come on. Yay. Yeah, I think we're gonna rate this guy.
Left off.
Great. So, thanks everybody, and hopefully see you tomorrow.
Okay, I don't think we need the other corner. I think just
Yes.
X is fine. Left off.
Bye bye.